of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at All-Pro Devontae Adams. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Raiders and the Patriots on Sunday night.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is what... Vegas. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we get a first look at this Patriots offense and, of course, leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run again with Harris. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Harris. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. Throw's going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think see Northern trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here. And they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 38, Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the give, this is Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Jones. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 6 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
The Raiders at 9-4 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 10-0 the score after one. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 2nd and 11 now. On 2nd down, Jacobs broke through some contact but unable to reach the 40. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now Stidham. Hard throw. Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw it all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And here comes Abdullah on the return.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stidham.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Stidham. Slant to Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. So that drive, 4 points.
Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Running back Damian Harris and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Abdullah to return.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. There, the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Stidham. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is caught at the 8.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Stidham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Collins there to make the grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England's offense set to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jones now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
He completes it to Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 27, Jones to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. 1st half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Stidham sets to throw on 1st.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Collins. And the final seconds of the first half.
And the Raiders will extend their lead just before halftime.
And that's a really good sign to team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things up.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Carlson down to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas where the Raiders are. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They will run the draw with Jacobs.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. First down, they go with Jacobs again. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Stidham. And it's complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 93 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Stopped for a loss by Christian Barmore. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. They go play action now. Stidham. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Stidham. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines, as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Jacobs again, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second TD of the game and 16th of the season. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Carlson off the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. Finding space at the 40. Finding space at the 40. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Jones on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Back to throw again. It's Myers again with another catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. That's Bourne, got it on the slant. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting the kicker out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders. And he coughed it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for him with Stidham. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a touch killer for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Here's Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New England, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.